The last video I did was about 48 minutes long, and I went over a variety of these diagrams right here with code inside. In my digital notebook here, however, instead of making a link that opens up an entire 48-minute video in this iframe, I broke it up into little chunks so that each diagram gets its own link, and instead of a video, we're having an audio snippet that explains what's in the diagram itself. So here I created a 3-minute and 22-second long audio snippet that introduces chapter 4, and next goes over some actual code and creating an object. So I'm going to go on ahead right now and open up my Audacity, and as this video is recording, I'm going to create an MP3 audio file and then put it in this page so that you see how I do it. Okay, now we're going to show how to make a song object. If you look at the left, you see this rectangle, and at the top it says song, and you've got a blue arrow pointing to the word object. So song is going to be our new object. Next you see title and artist with an arrow that points to the words instance variable, and that represents state. These are the things that we know about our song object, title and artist. Lastly, we have set title in parentheses string T and set artist parentheses has string A, and then play with nothing in the parentheses. These three things are methods, and the blue arrow points to the word methods, and methods describe the behaviors of the object. So if you look further to the right, you actually see a blue triangle with Java code. This is how we create our object. We use the keyword class and the object name song. After the curly brace, we have string title and string artist. Those are instance variables. Then we have void play. This is a method with nothing in the parentheses. That means there are no parameters. Sound player.play sound with title in parentheses would be if we were actually using some type of multimedia player to play a song, but we're not. In this case, we're still using the command prompt for the output. So what we're actually going to use for our purposes is system.out.println, the words playing the song in double quotes, and then plus title for whatever value title is given in our green code to the left. Then we have another method called void set artist, and in parentheses this is where we have string A. So we are creating a parameter here, and then in the curly braces we have artist equals A. So what we're doing here is we're taking our original instance variable at the top, string artist, and we're setting it to like an alias. And it's creating a parameter that the green code to the left can actually use to set the artist. We do the same thing with void set title, and we're using string T, title equals T. And then if we move over to the green code, this is a whole new file, a whole new Java file. It's going to test our object. So class song test. And next we have to have public static void main string args execution statement, because this is where the code is going to be compiled and run in this file. So then we're going to use the name of the object, which in the blue code is song. So you say song, and then T2 is going to be the reference to that object, equals new song. So now T2 can access the play, set artist, and set title methods and do stuff with the title and the artist. So we have T2.setArtist in green, and in parentheses and double quotes, because we're dealing with a string, we are putting an argument here, the name of the artist, Maribel. And then we have another statement, T2.setTitle, and in parentheses and double quotes we have Merry Christmas, another string. We're going to do it again with another reference, song S3 equals new song, S3.setArtist, Joe Blow, and S3.setTitle, Candle in the Wind. Lastly, we're going to take those references and use the dot operator to call the play method. Here, the play method does not need any arguments, because if you look again at the code at the right in blue, void play has nothing in the parentheses. There's no parameters in the parentheses, so in the green, you need no arguments to match the parameters. So it's again blank empty parentheses. So T2.play is going to play a song based on whatever T2 set the title to. So the system.out.println playing the song in blue plus title means that our output for t2.play is going to be Merry Christmas. And s3.play means our output is going to be Candle in the Wind. And that's it for this little code snippet. Okay, so then I've created an audio, and it's, whoops, I lost it. There it is. It's probably a little longer than I wanted, but they're always longer than I want. And if I open this up in Audacity, after I hit this yellow square to stop it, there's generally a little bit of dead space at the beginning and the end, which if I highlight it and then I click the delete button on my keyboard to delete the ending blank space, and I go to the beginning and I highlight this dead space and hit delete, I kind of like to get rid of those dead spaces at the beginning and the end. Then I go to File, I hit Export Audio. If I were to go to Desktop, Head First Java Nice Keep is the folder that this entire digital notepad is in. And then I go in Box, then I go in Chapter 4 folder, and this is where I want to create my MP3 for this particular diagram. And what I wound up calling it, I guess I can call it song title because that's what I'm dealing with here. So I'm going to go on ahead and name it song title, and then hit save. It's going to save as type MP3. If you push this drop down here, these are all the different files that you can create your audio snippet. You can create a wave, MP3, OGG, FLAC, MP2, NWMA, all these different things. But what I'm dealing with are MP3. So I'm going to keep it at MP3, and then I hit save. You can put these values in here if you want, metadata. If you want to add an artist name, track title, album title, track number, year, genre, and comments to your little snippets, you can do so here. I don't tend to do that, so I just hit the OK method. And it's exporting the file to my Chapter 4 folder. I'm going to wait for it to do its thing. And it generally doesn't take too long. I mean, considering I was talking for more than 4 minutes and this is exporting my MP3 in less than a minute, I'm pretty happy about that. If it was instant, it would be even more glorious, but I'm limited on that. Okay, it's almost done. All right, now I hit File and Close. Save changes? No, because I'm done. Unless you want to listen to your file, and if you don't like how it sounds, redo it, then you can open it up again. But I generally don't save it. I just close it out like there. And I'm going to minimize this because I'm probably going to want to use it again. Let me go to this page itself. This page, if I hover over song title, look down here at the bottom, just look at the bottom right above these icons when I take my mouse and hover over this linked song title. Look, it says file / C : users, home, desktop, head first Java Nice Keep, box, chapter 4, 2.html. That 2.html in the chapter 4 folder is what we're looking at here in the iframe. So that's where I want to go to put this that snippet that I just created. So let me go to it. Box, chapter 4. I'm working on 2.html. I hit edit with Notepad. Okay, so this is, if I run it, you can see, whoops, if I run it in Firefox, you can see it's the page I'm on right now. But it's kind of skewed because this is the page by itself. This is the page opened up in the iframe. So it's not as rectangular, it's a little more square, which is why it's not skewed as badly. But this is what it looks like, but I want to go into my Notepad++. Here it is, 2.html. I want to go, this is all style in the head, so I don't need to worry about that unless I want to change the style. Body, div class pink, field set, legend, audio controls. This is what I want to deal with right here. I must have thought I was going to name it to songtitle.mp3, but I believe I just named it songtitle.mp3. So let me change the name to match what I just named that. See, right here in my MP3 format, songtitle.mp3 was created right here, 1/15/2016 at 4:28 p.m. It is 3,852 kilobytes, which is much smaller than these MP4 files, 150,000, 150, 128 kilobytes versus 3,000. It's a huge difference. Okay, so back to the page. I don't need to look at this. Open this up and refresh the page. Now you see, once I already had my, go back to the code. I already had my audio control there, but until you actually create an MP3 that's named whatever you say the source is, it won't show, or if it does show up, it'll disappear. But once you actually have the, MP3 in hand in the folder, then you actually get to see it. And that thing that I just did was 4 minutes and 7 seconds. And let me pull my speaker up here so that I can play it and put this headphones mic close to it. Hold on. So now when I click this arrow for my audio file. Okay, now we're going to show how to make a song object. If you look at the left, you see this rectangle, and at the top it says song, and you've got. Okay, so you heard that that's the same thing that I just read while I did this recording, and that's how easy it is to make an audio snippet with a diagram. So this is another way to do a tutorial. This is how I'm going to incorporate these snippets. So I'm going to go to the next one and talk about creating a method that deals with size, and then how many times you wanted to do a particular method, then getting things back from a method, and then lastly this one where this object was created, and then we created a reference that creates an object here and kind of takes the add to method from here, and then we have this third file that creates an object of this file and then calls this method. So this one is the green one's pointing to the blue one, the red one's pointing to the green one, and this is how multiple files can interact. Okay, so I showed you that little process, and 12 minutes is longer than I wanted, but I'm going to stop here for now.